J&J Podcast, shining a spotlight on the South African entertainment industry, one conversation at a time.
Okay, welcome to the J&J Podcast. We're back for another episode. Lots of talk. We've got a special guest today. Please introduce yourself.
I'm London's best dressed MC Danjuma Atafo, all the way from the UK, and it's a privilege to be on the J&J Podcast. Wonderful.
You know, it's interesting that they call you the best dressed MC in London. Did you give yourself that name, or is it actually real?
It is real. Over the times working, doing my MC, I used to do like kilometers clothes, and after a while, they realized that he's outstanding.
Well, you certainly dressed quite well today, so
Thank you
you're
very
trying
much.
to give me a run for my money.
No,
So,
not at all.
how does it feel to be in, I think, one of the world's best cities? In fact, I think officially we are one of the world's best cities, Cape Town. We call it the mother city. I think you might have worked out why by now.
I completely agree. I was in Simon's Town yesterday. It was amazing, unreal. I see God's architecture, blue seas and the beaches. It was beautiful, mountains. It's impressive.
Now, did you happen to come across a penguin?
Yes, I did. It was a private beach. It was penguins walking around. It was really, really, really nice.
Yeah, they actually are quite a thing, these penguins in Simon's
So I
Town.
noticed, and a lot of little things were selling around about penguins. I think there was a kill in that area.
So for sharks, we call them snack food. So they just treat them like Snickers bars. They just come in they take them out, but there's millions of them. So off Simon's Town, just a bit further around, there's an island called Seal Island. And I've been there once, and I'll never go back again. Because although it's beautiful, the smell. Seals are not very hygienic, it appears, even though they live in water. But they live on this massive rock. And there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of them. And there's just sharks swimming around waiting to pick them off one by one. So it's quite sad to see, really.
I didn't get there, but
Maybe we'll take you there tomorrow.
I'm waiting.
So anyway, best dressed MC in London, possibly the UK.
Without a doubt.
What gigs are you working on at the moment?
I came to South Africa for a 50-year birthday. Some of my mates in the UK having a birthday over here, so we thought we'd come to something very special. And they chose Johannesburg. But I told them we can't come to Johannesburg without coming to Cape Town.
Absolutely
So
agree.
we've come to Cape Town a few days, then we'll move to Johannesburg for a party. We're having it at the Angelo Hotel in Sandton.
It's absolutely amazing, this hotel.
Yes. I'm going to be hosting there. Looking forward to it.
So you're MCing
Yes.
on the night?
Yes, I am.
In one of the best hotels, probably in the world.
I was told.
Trust me, it's amazing. Everybody comes there. The Sheikhs come there. I think Madonna's stayed there. Massive names have stayed there because it is beautiful. And it's attached to the big mall there. And it really is super impressive. There's a huge statue of Nelson Mandela outside that you have to go and get an obligatory picture with. We all have one, and you will no doubt do the same thing. It's huge. It's a massive bronze thing or some sort of metal. I don't know what it is, but it's a huge metal statue, and it's quite cool. And it's in Mandela Square. Now you can walk literally out of your hotel a few paces down, and you're there.
That's it.
So yeah, you will enjoy that.
I look forward to that.
So 50th.
It's a big thing. There's a big stage for the guy. Turning 50 is something that's miraculous because these days the life expectancy is 50. So when you get to 50, it's a big one.
It's a massive milestone. I'll be honest with you. But it's very, very cool to be MCing. It's obviously you know this person, so to MC at a friend's birthday at one of the best hotels in the world in Johannesburg, the landmark city of the globe. Have you ever been to South Africa before?
It's my first time.
It's your first time?
It's my first time. I've been almost around the world. I've never been to South Africa. So it was something of a different destination. It's come through.
You've really missed out. So tell me, this fashion sense, this is all you. This is very much your personality.
It is.
Because of your reputation as the best dressed MC in UK London, where'd you get your inspiration from?
I must say, growing up, my father was very fashionable, as was my mother. My older brother is a designer, a very well-known designer. His name is Danjuma Atafo, and designs most of my outfit. So I just look pretty in them. But I like creating the outfit, having them look that's distinct with my name, um, with the brand I'm building. So when I come out looking in the fashion world, I put it with the MC, so it looks like it's a real kind of combination. Yesterday in the MC, but within the fashion side of the MC as well. So you're creating something of a brand, and that's why I've been labeled in London's very dressed MC.
Well, I think it's fantastic because most MCs that I see, they're wearing like jeans and a t-shirt. You come out, you look like you could be working on Wall Street. So,
So that's the idea, because at the end of the day, you have to have a special kind of niche, and that's what I've chosen. Because you have to present yourself in the way you want to be addressed. As an MC, you're the first point of contact in every event, and when they see you, you have to look like what the event is expected of you. So if you come shabbily looking, you can expect rubbish from the event. But when you see the MC looking nice and all that, okay, it looks like what we were looking for. And eventually you did the work, because apart from the fashion, you have to be good at your craft.
yeah, you got to stand out. Haven't you?
Oh, yes.
People have got to say, there he is. There's the MC.
Yes.
Because he's dressed differently than everybody else.
Noticeable.
Yeah.
So most time I go for an event, as soon as I walk in, they ask, "Oh, are you the MC?"
Right.
They notice because they notice the distinctive look, and they come around like, "Oh yes, he looks like the MC." So that's where the fashions come from.
So recently, and I'm being very honest with you now.
Yep.
Recently, and I'm actually going to let you into a little bit of a secret now, because this is quite an odd one. You might not believe it, but it's honestly true. Up until about 2 years ago, I had never owned a pair of sneakers.
Oh.
I'd only ever wore shiny shoes, sort of London style shoes, even with jeans or shorts. I just never owned a pair of sneakers. And my wife talked me into buying a pair of sneakers, and I've become addicted to them. I've got this huge collection of sneakers now.
Oh, wow.
So like this kind of thing. All right, they're not like Nike or Adidas or anything.
Yes.
Wearing them with trousers. So this is now my
Style.
signature look.
Yes.
And some people say it's not very stylish. It's just because, well, you just want to have comfortable feet. But I actually think it looks kind of stylish. So today, what I've done, you can tell me how you think about this. I've matched the bottom of these sneakers with this brown, accented with this, and just a bit of a flare of green. So what do you think about my style today?
Jason knows his fashion, I must say, to be honest.
Thank
because
you.
what you've done now, you've made a relaxed look. You want to khaki in that, and you put the sneakers, and there's a shirt in there, linen looking, but all matching, coordinated with the top in there. So you know what you're doing. It's really nice.
I found it got a lot easier as I'm getting older, because my hair's now pretty much, I used to be salt and pepper,
Oh, okay.
kind of cool, and I get away with a lot of denim. Look at him, he's got salt and pepper hair. Now I'm sort of salt, so I don't get away with a lot anymore. So I have to wear neutral colours, otherwise I just blend in to the background. So I've started experimenting with what I'm wearing oversized shirts, t-shirts, jeans,
Your sneakers.
sneakers. I only wear sneakers. I actually went to a function last week in a suit, wearing a pair of sneakers, and people looked at me as if to say, you're not 25 years old, don't you? I thought, well, I don't care, because I look cool.
It's true. Fashion has changed, because what it is now, you have to be relaxed in what you look like. The stereotype of you must look a certain way has changed, and we have to go with the flow. Wearing sneakers in the early days on a suit was like, it was a no-no. But right now, it's a yes.
Well, people would just think you couldn't afford to buy
shoes.
So, look at that poor guy. He's got. Let's tell him about the big issue. We can sell the big issue on the side of the street. But no, yeah.
That's changed. Yeah.
Somebody talked me into it. As I said before, it's my wife, and she spent about 6 months saying, "Oh, you need to look at this guy on Instagram. He's always wearing sneakers, and he looks really cool. He's a little bit older than you. Maybe you could get away with it." I'm not wearing sneakers. I'm not going to the gym. I'm not playing football. I'm not doing sports. So I'll wear shoes, thank you. It's my signature look, but dramatically changed. But I love what you're wearing.
Thank you
I
very much,
love
Jason.
the fact, I can't tell if they're red or pink, but I actually like these pants. I'm thinking about getting a pair myself.
Oh,
because
sure.
I reckon I could pull off this outfit, particularly with this gold handkerchief.
Yes, you can. You have to try to spice things up. We can't look the same way we always look.
And this is like a velvety thing.
Yes, it is.
I actually have one very similar.
So you're ready?
So I can do that. I haven't got the pants, but I've definitely got the shirt. I've got the jacket. I can find something. I'll borrow something off someone.
This can go.
Yeah. So I'm ready for that.
You're ready. We're ready for you too as well. So we can photograph you and say he's the best podcast person. Fashionably.
So what's next? So we're very excited to have you here. We've been
Thank you.
following your progress for many years, and you're doing really well.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate what you do. You inspire a lot of people here, actually. You've got a huge following in Cape Town. But let's talk about Cape Town. You're here. It's your first time.
Yes.
How long are you here for?
5 nights.
5 nights.
Yes.
Not enough to see everything,
Mhm.
but what have you seen so far?
Like I said before, Simon's Town.
Yeah.
I've been to the bungalow.
Yeah.
It's a nice restaurant up where the sun sets. It
Mhm.
was quite nice. Did some breakfast by the Camps Bay, I think the beach, breakfast place and all that.
So no one's took you anywhere yet.
Oh,
Right.
for you?
Okay. Let's fix that. There's a few things you have to do while you're here.
Mhm.
It's actually mandatory. One
Okay.
of them, we need to go to Camps Bay Beach. I'm
100.
going to take you there in about 10 minutes.
Waiting.
We're going to go and have a look at it. I can't wait for you to see this. You won't believe what you see. The view is absolutely stunning. You have to go to Camps Bay, number one. Second one, you're in Cape Town. We're really famous for wine. It's one of the biggest wine destinations in the world. Forget France, forget Italy, forget Spain,
Australia.
definitely forget America, really forget Australia. We have some of the best wine on the planet. So we're going to take you to a wine farm. You have to go there. And I happen to know quite a little bit about wine. So
Okay.
I can teach you a few things along the way. You've got to go up the cable car. The cable car, hope you're not frightened of heights, goes up like this, right up to the mountain. But when you're on the top, there's a 360-degree view of absolutely everywhere.
Wow.
You look one side, you see the city. You look the other side, you can see all the suburban areas right the way up to the mountains. And then if you look out to the ocean, the interesting thing, if you could see further, but your eyes can't see that far, you'd be in Antarctica. You'd be in the
wow.
South Pole, because that's the closest landmass to where we are now. I don't know if you knew that.
I never knew that.
Yeah, we
Interesting.
are very close to
wow.
the end of the planet. So there's also Cape Point. It's a little bit far to go to. It's a good few hour drive. But that is the very southerlymost tip of, not the world, but of Africa.
Wow.
Because there's a place in South America that has, I think it's about 5 meters more. So they have the lowest tip in the world. We have the lowest tip in Africa, which isn't, but it's just amazing. It's where the two oceans collide, they meet. You've got the Atlantic Ocean, you've got the Indian Ocean, they join at the same time. And if you're really lucky on a really bright day, you can tell the difference between the different oceans. One's a bit greeny, one's a bit bluey, and you can see almost, if you have to use your imagination a bit, but you can see a line going right the way across the planet, and that's where the water comes this way, that way, that way, that way, and it mixes together. So that's called Cape Point, and it's not far from here, actually.
I'm ready for that.
Maybe we can send you there. Trying to think what else we could do in Cape Town.
Robben Island.
Robben Island, okay, that's a must museum. It's a bit of a boat ride over there, but super interesting. There's a lot of sort of documented history.
Yes.
There's a lot of monuments been kept there, and a true sort of, a testament to, what really went on. They've preserved it. So imagine this real estate, this island, Robben Island, which is just over that way. They could have built the most expensive housing development on the world there because of where it is and because of what it is. But they didn't. Like there's two boats go in, and you walk in, you walk out. It's all they've preserved it. Actually, so that's actually quite nice.
I look forward to that.
What else could you do in Cape Town? There's so much to do. The nightlife's amazing.
What's the best place to go in that? Oh, food.
The food. I mean, you're from London.
Yes.
So you understand food. Well, when I moved here, and I've been here for over 15 years, I was a little bit worried that, I'm used to London food.
Yes.
And there's anything you want, you snap your fingers,
you get it.
and it's there, and like within minutes.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, okay, so there's going to be a bit of a problem there. So I went on cooking classes to learn how to cook.
That's funny.
Because I thought I was going to starve to death.
Yes.
But I was actually quite surprised. Some of the best food I've ever had in the world is here in Cape Town. They just seem to get it. The quality of the food's amazing. The way that they do it is amazing. Some of the local cuisine, definitely worth trying. Particularly some of the Malay stuff.
Yes,
like the Malay curries. Very unique to South Africa. It's not like going to the Indian in London and having a chicken vindaloo.
Yes.
Curry here is a very different idea. It's sweeter and it's made very different.
Okay.
So you must try the food. Of course, seafood, amazing.
Yes, seafood.
Now, one thing that we share here with the UK is cold water. So although we're going to take you to the beach in a minute, but I'm going to dare you to put your foot in the water to see if you can handle it for more than 5 seconds. I've never met anyone that came from the UK that can, because it is ice cold. So we share that same sort of water path. So our seafood is very similar to what you would find in the UK.
Oh, nice.
Because it's cold water.
Mm.
You assume it's tropical here. It's not. The water is freezing. You would freeze to death. But we're going to challenge you to put your feet in the water, and we'll count down how long it takes for him to run away and scream like a little girl. We'll see what happens.
Keep them ready for that.
Right, we're going to go on a bit of a break now. We're going to go on a little bit of a detour. I'm going to take you to the beach. We're going to do this challenge. You're going to get to see how long it takes for him to run out of the water live. Let's go.
Over 10 seconds.
We're now entering Camps Bay. This is the Golden Mile. It's actually one of the best beaches in the world. So these blue flag beaches, which are given tourism stars, in Cape Town we have, I believe, 4 of them. This is one of them.
Wow.
And by blue flag it means it's world-class beach.
Yes.
And as you can see, it's looking pretty cool.
Well, Jason, I noticed that the numbers like M6, the road, is like the UK, that same name.
Well, yeah, a lot of the towns, villages and street names are actually named after UK cities, towns or people.
Interesting.
So the sort of Cape Town is split into 2. So you've got like an English camp of roads,
Okay.
and then you've got an Afrikaans camp of roads, sort of like Dutch.
Dutch, yeah.
And the further north you get, the more Afrikaans it becomes.
Okay.
In places like Camps Bay and in town, there's quite a lot of English influence.
Oh, that makes sense.
So yeah, you'll start to recognise people as a native Englishman. You'll start to see signs like, oh, London Road.
Yes.
Well, that's unusual. Well, not to us. We live here. You know? You just have to keep your eyes open. So here's the beach.
Interesting. Look at the palm trees. It reminds me of Miami and all that.
Yeah, they are very good palm trees. Very Miami-ish. I agree with you.
It's lovely.
And the 5 hour here, so it means we can't illegally park. We have to find a real genuine parking space. Sorry about that.
That's
Have
a
to
long
walk a
walk.
little bit.
Yeah, help my fitness.
I don't know what B means, but I don't think I'm allowed to park there. I think it might be boss or something.
Jason, we are here. I'm looking forward to this.
I love this boy.
Yes, ready for the challenge. It's proper blue. It is blue. Cape Town, yeah, I come for the big challenge. I think it's time. Got your shoes off. Okay. Show us what kind of man you are and roll your socks up.
And as a woman, I will be there. Be one
Okay, and let's see how long you last. Go, 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 go.
Be one tagal who can take care of me, so make me feel it, and I reveal it. Oh, me, have you really squeeze it? Got me want for you, yeah. Put me arms right around, yeah. Girl, you give me the tightest. Oh, me, have a good tune in my life. Got me want for just squeeze, yeah. Put me arms right around, yeah. Girl, you give me the tightest. Oh, me, have a good tune in my life. Oh, Lord, like a fast bike.
Wow!
That was 4 seconds.
Have a go again. Ready?
More first she wanted her soul. She said, more boy, more, it's still she grown. Still me multiply, more me want to do so, yeah. Put me arms right around, yeah. Yo, you give me the tightest. Saw me have buckets into my life. Yo, me want to just squeeze, yeah. Put me arms
I got 10 this time, Jason. Whoa!
the tightest soul.
So this is those 12 apostles. So there's 12 mountain peaks. This is at the back of Table Mountain, the side of it. And it's called 12 apostles. 12 disciples.
Nobody never know, yeah, yeah.
It looks down over the beach.
Jungle man,
Really epic, actually. Depending on what
let's mash it up.
time of day you're on, depends on what colour it is. It goes
Every
from
time
blue
you come
to
here,
green
I can
to
you
yellow,
do it.
even red at some
And tell
point.
me, say
But the
sneak, you
sunsets here
sneak.
are amazing.
But from me
They're out
looking at
over
me,
the
I just
ocean,
see the freaking
and they
ass.
cast this
Baby girl, make it
amazing light
unleash. And I like
all over
set
this.
me, no treat
Wow.
you good. And I like something not go hard.
It is stunning.
Anytime you come up, I'm at me yard, you worry, I am man,
Oh, really?
Nobody nothing know. Send me or you fuck, nobody
Wow.
nothing know. You are give it up.
This is
Nobody
nature at
nothing
its
know.
best.
You coming from me
It
yard,
really is.
baby, take off your dress. Nobody nothing know. Send me or you fuck, nobody nothing know. You are give it up. Nobody nothing know. Said you coming from me yard, baby, take off your dress.
So, how cold really was it?
Freezing cold.
Well, you know, they do this ice challenge.
Hmm.
I challenge anyone, come to Cape Town, put your feet in the water, more than 5 seconds.
Trust me, 3 seconds.
You're a hero if you can do that.
Avis, man.
Right, so tell me, what do you think?
Amazing. The beach, beautiful. The palm trees look like we're in Miami.
Mhm.
It's the same feel. So what I noticed about Cape Town so far now is that there's many countries in one country.
Mhm.
It has the looks of Monaco, it has the look of Miami, it has the look of Portugal with the mountains. So it's so many things in the same place. Cave looking like things. It's beautiful.
Yeah, everyone says the same thing. It's like, it's a bit of a confusion because most people's perception of coming to, well, anywhere in Africa really is, if they've never been to Africa, it's
Mm.
like, it's going to be flat, there's going to be sand, there's
Nah.
going to be a mountain, a weird looking tree, and a lion walking past. In reality, it really doesn't work like that because there's a KFC still on every corner. So yeah, so it sort of it really looks like everyone, but it is beautiful. The beaches are amazing. Just don't go in the water. And tell me, you saw all the chicks on the beach. What do you think of the girls in Cape Town?
No comment.
Very diplomatic. Very
Oh,
diplomatic.
no comments.
Yeah, I've also got no comment, by the way. But yeah, we got a little bit distracted because we were supposed to be filming and we were just like looking around. What? Did you just see what I just seen?
They're beautiful. Africa is beautiful, I must say. Cape Town's stunning. What I noticed about is the culture as well. Little girls dancing, children and all that, still creating the culture.
Mm-hmm.
The feel of Cape Town looks like Europe, with the weather and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's inculcation of the African culture, which is in there, because we're in Africa. But the outlook looks like somewhere. If you close your eyes, you could be somewhere in Spain, you could be somewhere in Portugal. But trust me, this is Africa, and this is how stunning. And the color of the ocean is blue, original blue.
It's not green.
No,
It's really blue. It
so
really
when
is
they
blue.
say ocean blue,
Yeah,
this is ocean blue.
yeah. So when we're sending pictures on Instagram, we're not filtering them.
No, it's not
It
filters.
actually is real.
I agree.
There's no filters.
I
needed.
agree.
So,
It is
yeah.
real.
But interesting you say about the culture because there's a lot of people doing performing arts,
Mm,
and there's traditional dancing, there's traditional music.
I saw that.
You know, they really sort of embrace their own culture and sort of try and educate at the same time.
Yes.
So it's actually nice to see, even on a beach, you can just lie on a beach and next minute there's a performance happening over there.
Yes.
To me, that's kind of cool.
Which I appreciate.
And if you really close your eyes, I mean, I get what you're saying. Visually, you could be anywhere in the world.
Oh, yeah.
But when you close your eyes, the sounds, it's Africa.
Yes.
You're in Africa. You can't mistake it.
No.
It's the sound of drums. It's the sound of harmonies and voices, and yeah,
Which
I
comes from the
absolutely love it.
soul. You can tell it's from the soul.
So Cape Town for the last, I think, probably for about the last 6 years, I think every year, I might be wrong, you can try and correct me if I'm wrong, and make your comments if you know something different than I do, but I believe for the last, let's say 6 years, every year we've been voted the best city in the world.
Oh, wow.
And I don't find that hard to believe because if you look at all these cities around the world, and I'm quite well traveled, so I've been everywhere, and you can go to these cool cities like New York or Chicago or London. None of them have a beach like this.
No.
None of them have food like this. But we've still got a city infrastructure, so we're still definitely a city. And then to top it all off, you can go on the cable car, have a look down, and be at the highest point you'll ever be on Table Mountain. You can climb Lion's Head right in the middle of the city bowl, I don't think anyone's got anything like that. I think that is why we voted the best city in the world, and I believe we are this year as well. So
I'm not surprised because some part of Cape Town looks like a proper city. Sometimes it looks like a rural area, the urban area, and it's all mixing one. Not a lot of city has that. Over my travels, I would have said Monaco was the most beautiful place I've ever been. But now I must say Monaco is the second most beautiful place I've ever been because Cape Town now is the most beautiful city I've ever been.
well, that's really, really cool.
So if I say Monaco is now second, you can imagine what I saw in Cape Town.
Wow.
It's amazing. It's unreal. You can see God's architecture.
Absolutely.
It's not man's made. This is God's architecture.
It's been pulled out of the ground,
That's
and
what
it's
it is.
mountains of form.
Natural.
Tell us what you think about Cape Town. Do you live in Cape Town? Have you been to Cape Town? Would you like to come to Cape Town? Interact with us. Ask us some questions. Maybe we can answer them for you. Or maybe you've been and you've seen something that we've not talked about. Very interested to hear what you're going to say. So tell me, Cape Town, are you addicted? Are you hooked? Are you coming back?
100% I'm coming back. It's a beautiful place. It's unreal. But next time I'm coming, I'm not going to come in as MC. I'm going to come as a visitor to stay for a week more than expected. Trust me, it's been wonderful.
But I've got a great idea,
Go on.
and I'm going to share it with you.
Yeah, go
Why don't you come to Cape Town as Cape Town's best dressed visiting MC?
on. Please don't patent that. I'm going to borrow that from you.
You heard that from me first. He's now visiting best dressed MC from London to Cape Town.
Don't touch it. Thank you very much, Cape Town, for having me. It's been wonderful to be here. I'll be coming back. I'll stay in tune. London's best dressed MC.
So you'll see now on his business cards, it will say best dressed MC, London, Cape Town, Monaco. Sounds pretty cool to me.
That's not bad. But look at that. Jay, thank you so much for having me on the podcast. I appreciate it.
It's been an absolute pleasure. We are just trying to create a space where people can talk, interact, get their views across, join in the conversation. It's all about interactivity. We want people to join in. Without you guys, the viewers, we're just talking to ourselves. We don't want that. So, get involved, make some comments, hit the like button, join our YouTube channel, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Louisa.
Takes me into Johannesburg all the way from the UK for 50th. I'm sure it's going to be nice. I'm having that at a pickup restaurant. Come with me. It's going to be fun.
Governor, looking good, looking good.
First MC, I'll be your host for today. I want to thank you guys for coming all the way from Kenya. I'm not taking it for granted. I've been trying to make you guys laugh today. So anything I say, even if it's not funny, please laugh. If not, I don't get paid. But that's a joke.